Aloha race fans, here to Hawaii. Now y'all just really witnessed the LCQ event earlier in the weekend, and now we got ourselves the main event. So many drivers, ambitious, eager, excited, and are just hungry to see what could happen. They might be able to feast on a win here tonight, but we've got so many drivers on the grid, each with an equal opportunity to try and get themselves a W, or maybe for some others, some good points in terms of the championship fight or owner's fight, in terms of making it towards the top 30. Now, we've got ourselves 25 laps of action here, a standing start just like last year, so it's also expected that drivers will pit. In the LCQ, nobody had to pit, but in this case, drivers will have to worry about fuel and tires, and the big question is whether the undercut or overcut will really work the most, and that will be kind of a more repetitive topic that will come down as the race winds down. But enough of that, let's head over to the front row, really the starting grid for tonight's race. In row 1, we have Sean Angel and Jeffrey White. White making his one-off appearance due to Jack Porkins being suspended for this race. Sean Angel looking for some sweet redemption. Been so close so many times here in the road courses this year. Can he get one today? He starts up front. Cody Lama sits in third, the Daytona 500 winner this year, looking to really get a weekend sweep here in the Hardee's National Series and Sony Cup Series. Him alongside several other Sony Cup drivers will be looking forward to do that. Noah Hart sits fourth. Blaze McKinney in that top 5, so close so many times. Also had some great speed at Nashville, great speed at Decatur, ended up just short. Joseph Strigley, also another driver in that same market, still looking for his very first win, was also another driver that's been so close so many times. Row 4 has Bobo Jones and Scott Roush. Roush, the Wisconsin winner, looking to get another road course win on his resume. Eric Damax and Diego Yepes not too far behind him, sitting comfortably in row 5 here. Damax, one of the higher home qualifiers in the event. Diego Yepes coming off hot from a Mexico City win. And then you got Edward Ziemba and Kev Shear, the current points leader, holding a comfortable gap over Bobo Jones and Joseph Strigley alike. He's looking to really continue the consistency. A very strong qualifying session for William Brock puts him up in 13th alongside Nick Breeding, the youngster, sitting in 14th. Been really all over the market in terms of the FBRL this year. Patrick Smith, very solid 15th place effort alongside Jake West, the 2018 champion, in 16th. Next up, you got Chris Dodd in the number 34, the Canadian Tire winner this year in the Hardee's National Series. Also one of those drivers looking to get a sweep. Jesse Turner, been very hot in the Sony Cup Series, the current points leader, sitting in that 18th spot. Corey Williams and BBJ rack up row 10 with Tim Fiegel and two-time Sony Cup Series champion DJ Curtis, the row right behind. Two-time winner of Hardee's National Series Brandon Cresta, the winner of Decatur this year, will be starting in 23rd for CM Racing. Julio Caesar also alongside him, sitting in 24th. Been a very quiet season for this 2018, but certainly a big turnaround in contrast from last year. 2017 Hardee's National Series champion Dylan Schwalberg will start in the 25th position. Daniel Day alongside him at 26th. And coming back from a horrific crash last year at this very track, Daniel Day's looking to really turn that around. Cole Baker in 27th has not been the best of qualifiers, but can have some good race pace. He's looking to really up the ante for this 84 team. And defending champion Anthony Marchese, starting in the 28th position, did very well in the Go Home session, but did not have a very good qualifying effort to swing into his favor. He starts 28th. Matt DeLeo 29th. And Hannah Allen racking up the top 30. Not a good qualifying effort for the 17 team as well. RJ Bishop last year had some excursions with several drivers that led him to have some penalties last year, but he sits 31st in this race. He's looking to really climb his way forward. Logan Cloud did not qualify the best as well. He's in 32nd, but he's been one of those drivers that can march the field slowly but surely. A very methodical driver that could get himself a top 20. James Ellison, another driver that's looking to really gather up some lost ground here this season. He starts in 33rd for S3. Ben Crouch in the 10, starting 34th in the race. You got Ryan Dagby, who actually caused some skirmishes in the LCQ session, but he starts in 35th. And then you also have Shade Eves in that number 09 started in the back last year. Could this be a replication of what he could do this year and march himself up to a very good position in the race? And then you got yourself the final rows of cars. In row number 19, you got Jacob Hart in the 05 and Cal Farrell in the 2. Cal Farrell's had some very good flashes, Red Bull Racing. Jacob Hart the same with Flying Aces, but both cars really struggled because teammate Ross Jackson starts in 39th and Jack Halleck dismal 40th, qualifying effort for them. And then you got Will Goss and Tib Foster to conclude your final rows here. But plenty of time left. Let's head over to trackside to see everything unravel here for some action here at Hawaii. Drivers set to their cars, sitting on the grid right now, and the crowd ready for some action here. 25 laps of racing here tonight. Sean Angel on pole, Jeffrey White on his outside. Mixture of all of them. Green flag in the air. We're racing here in Hawaii. And you see all of the cars roar down the front stretch, and into turn number 1, Cody Lamas already looking to make it 3 wide for the runner-up spot, and Sean Angel already off and away. Noah Hart though trying to thread the needle through the middle groove, and he's gonna hold on to second. Lamas though gonna have to back it down while Jeffrey White stuck on the upper groove. Here they come towards the first sector of corners. Very tricky area. Can be very sketchy if you drive it wide. And Noah Hart, one of the first ones to find out, drives it really wide and almost ran into Jeffrey White. Both of them could have crashed. But good save, good car control from the Dairy Queen car off the start. But it's already Sean Angel in command. White sits second, Hart third, but the rest on down 2 wide, several rows deep. And this is a grand opportunity to gather along some track position early on, because once the run kicks in, the field begins to spread out more. Joseph Strigley though stuck on the outside line, Blaze McKinney on the inside, and Blaze McKinney's had some very good runs. Joseph Strigley needs a very good run in his case as well in that 22, and right now, based on where he's qualified, he's in a very good spot. Eric DeMax, one of the few drivers that were in the LCQ, one of the higher ups in this race so far, as he's already going to the outside of Blaze McKinney here. Let's see what grip the Menards car has. And side by side off the corner to Max. Good exit speed, and look at the straight line he's able to get down the stretch. Bobo Jones wanting to make it 3 wide right behind him, but Scott Rouch backs off of it, knows better, and Blaze McKinney almost getting nudged out of the way by the JBL machine. So already we're starting to see aggression early on in the event. Bobo Jones, one of the initiators out of this. But the end of lap number 1 comes to an end here. Sean Angel will lead the first lap of the event. Jeffrey White sits in second with Hart third. And as we said, those top 3 cars all long gone for the time being. We see a little bit of a battle back here. DJ Curtis, RJ Bishop didn't qualify too well. He's trying to move forwards in this race. Julio Caesar and Anthony Marchese, another few drivers. Marchese looked very strong in the LCQ, but they kind of bundled it in the qualifying session, and now they've got a lot of work to do if they want to bring that 46 car upwards towards the pack. Jeffrey White though starting to put more pressure down on Sean Angel. Angel getting a little bit dicey in the corners, and Jeffrey White though, will he go to the outside? He's got a good run on that 44, but let's see what White's gonna do. Inside, he's gonna go for the race lead. Jeffrey White wants to put his foot on the door here. The High Point car looking strong early on. Noah Hart though gonna find his way to the outsides, patiently gonna watch those two go at it and squabble at it. But Sean Angel though holds his ground, able to defend properly, and that's going to help him quite a lot, because now Noah Hart gonna be on the attack, but White blocks him, and Noah Hart in turn backs out of it, knowing better. You see right behind him though, William Brock. Good start for the 88 car though, sitting in the 13th position. And William Brock, that team, they've been on a little bit of an upswing, and that itself would very much be an understatement. Shane Benyako Racing, one of the first-year teams, doing a phenomenal job this season, and a fantastic job for what they've done. Started off with a big slump, but they've been able to really catch themselves into the top 30. Nick Breeding did very good in the LCQ, Chris Dodd as well, but Edward Ziemba trying to fend off that hard-charging number 34. Remember, Chris Dodd did win the round of Canadian Tire and Motorsports Park, took the lead away from Fitzwater, and really didn't look back from there. Will Chris Dodd do it again? Well, we don't really know for the time being, but Jesse Turner making his first start in the Hardee National Series this year. Don't know if we'll have more starts for him in the future, but more or less though, Jeffrey White once again on the back bumper of Sean Angel, and now he's gonna make a move down towards the inside of that 44. Lay on the brakes, he's gonna go. Angel gives space, but Noah Hart though again gonna watch these two go at it. White, wide corner there, gonna allow Hart to really close in and almost sweep the 44 and the 12 abound, and that would have been a good paradise. Really good situation for Cody Lamas, who's just kind of vibing in the 4th position. But these guys are just so ferocious for this race lead. A lot of them all bundled up together here in a miniature pack. Great racing here so far. Jeffrey White continuing to put more and more pressure down on Sean Angel's Dodge, and he is hoping that the longtime veteran makes a mistake, and White now going to be very ambitious. He's going to make a move down towards the inside, and now the line's inverse. Outside, he's going to go. White going to be very brave up there. There is some grip over in that patch, so Jeffrey White going to try and make the most out of it, and down the straightaway they're going to go. Jeffrey White might be able to really defend his position away from that 44, and he's going to take the lead here. What a move from Jeffrey White. And Sean Angel's going to have to really fight off Noah Hart and Cody Lamas. And there goes Noah Hart. Cody going to follow right behind the 12. Both of them going to try and team up against the Dodge. Sean Angel, though, going to have the power off the corner. Cody Lamas, will he make it 3 wide? No, he will not. He backs off of it, and they stay single file. But that's going to really bring a bad exit for the Cookout car, because Noah Hart is all over the back bumper. Going to make a dive down towards the inside. And Noah Hart, though, getting aggressive. He knows he's got to get around Sean Angel because he doesn't want to see that 41 run away here. And right now, Noah, oh man, not able to really get anything there. Sean Angel able to really fend him off, just a 1-lane area in particular off those final set of corners. And, well, that's going to really allow Sean Angel to get a little bit of breathing room, a little bit of distance away from Noah Hart. But really, the number 41 of Jeffrey White making the most out of it. Already a second gap here, but again, we still have lots of laps to go. Anything can happen here, but right now he's got a very comfortable gap. But look at the single file line of cars all the way back towards Nick Breeding. These guys gonna go at it. Chris Dodd, though, right behind them, battling it out with Edward Ziemba in that 94. How about that for this 94 team? They really needed some good momentum. Chris Dodd, though, going to go down towards the bottom of the racetrack, and now they're going to be side by side through the corner. Dodd drives it wide, and oh man, a little bit more contact there, and able to really get off of each other just in time. But Chris Dodd, though, not going to get without a fight despite almost losing control of the car. He is still utilizing every ounce of weight and steam that 34 car has. But right in front of him, though, Cody Lamas getting blocked by Sean Angel, and Noah Hart in the process gonna get past that number 44 car. So Noah Hart now advances up to the 2nd spot. You see Joseph Strigley has joined in on the battle of cars here, the quadruped of cars to be exact. And now we've got ourselves a race. You see Eric DeMax, Blaze McKinney, Roush trying to duke it out against Bobo Jones's number 9 here. Bobo Jones losing out to some points here. Kev Shear running in the 10th position. The points leader coming into this race trying to minimize the points deficit here, and right now he is just trying to really extend that points gap. If he gets around Bobo Jones, that's going to be very pivotal in this championship fight, but he still needs to get around Joseph Strigley, who is a couple positions ahead of that number 0, but even so, very comfortable gap for this 0 team. They have showcased so much consistency in the win at Talladega. Really came to show the hard work that they've been able to put in on really every race alike. But Jeffrey White, though, in command of the race, less than a second away, or really ahead of Noah Hart. Dodge still trying to find a way to get around Edward Ziemba. Ziemba not nudging a bit, and now they're side by side down the stretch. Here's Jesse Turner's number 7, though, right behind him, Patrick Smith and Tim Fiegel. Not too far behind in the weight spot with those drivers up front. Going at it here. Dodd, though, inside again. Here they come towards the tricky sector. And Dodd's going to drive it a little bit wide here. Edward Ziemba, though, gives him much more room this time around. And that allows Dodd to just have some forward momentum to swing into his favor. And now he just zips by that 94 car. And Chris Dodd, power move to the outside. but Edwards in with a little bit of a sitting duck because Jesse Turner's just going to sweep on by as well, while Patrick Smith's getting bottled up behind that AT&T Ford. And here goes Tim Fiegel. Dylan Schwalmberg got past Brandon Cresta, and he's already cracked himself into the top 20. Splendid run for the Dex Imaging car. Corey Williams struggling with his car. Bradley Bishop Jr. as well. And you see now Bishop going to go to the inside of Cresta. Cresta gives him some leeway. But Jake Westermoen also thought about making a move underneath Patrick Smith, but just couldn't get the momentum to go well there. Just could not get that exit speed at all. But the midfield, though, getting very intense. Anthony Marchese still outside the top 25, actually, in this case. RJ Bishop trying to go to the inside of Daniel Day. And Daniel Day has struggled with his car so far. And we know what happened last year. Horrific crash, though, but Day has recovered and has become a very formidable opponent for some people here. And able to fend off RJ Bishop. That's going to really cost the 71 a lot of momentum because Hannah Out and James Ellison are not too far behind. But Anthony Marchese, though, he's got some good straight line speed. Can he get something on DJ Curtis here? He's got to run down towards the inside. Here goes Marchese, the defending champion, looking to really gather up some lost ground here. Curtis, though, gonna fight right back against the defending champion of the series, though now a full-time Sony Cup driver, though. What a story it's been for Anthony Marchese. What a recovery for this driver himself. Bright future ahead of him if things go well for him, but field starting to get themselves a little bit more calmed down. We're starting to see some drivers spread out to and fro, but front runners, though, Cody Lamas trying to defend from Joseph Strigley, but Noah Hart, though, he's got a run on Jeffrey White, but White just able to get the outside run kick in, and Noah Hart backs out of it, knowing better of it. But Noah Hart, though, his car is starting to come to life in this event. Jeffrey White, though, he's having to block every lane possible here, as now White holds ground on the inside. Noah goes to the outside this time around. A little bit more of a creative move here, but Noah, though, not able to really get him in that corner, but he's got it nose underneath the high point car. But Jeffrey White just so hard on the defensive, able to fend off the 12, but it's just a matter of when Noah Hart's gonna pass him, and now he has got to run towards the inside again. Noah's just trying to be calculated with his moves to and fro. White, though, gonna fend his ground, gonna hold his ground exactly. And now he's just going to fend him off for the race lead, just going to hold him off for that time being. But Noah Hart knows his car is way faster than this 41 car here. White for a moment looked to run away, but now these other guys are starting to reel him in once again. And so now I think it's starting to put a lot more pressure down. Noah knows he can put more pressure on Jeffrey White. White's still very young as a driver, but Noah Hart has the expertise and wisdom to know what he's doing on track. Sean Angel, though, also not too far behind, a well-experienced road ringer at the rate he's been going so close so many times this year. It's a matter of when he could also snatch a win for this 44 team. And really, you know what happened with the heartbreak there, but more or less, though, top three just wrapped up together here. Jeffrey White, though, having to hold them off. Sean Angel, though, outside of the racetrack. He's going to gonna try and replicate the same move what White did on him earlier, but oh, does he have the nose on the outside? Looks like he does. But Noah Hart, though, gonna really close the door in on that 44. But Jeffrey White, though, he is starting to feel the pressure. When will he make a mistake? Hart again gonna go to the inside here. Will he swap lanes against the 41? Oh, no, he won't this time. He will actually file back in line. Maybe he was gonna try and put a bumper to him, but they're gonna back off just a tad. Sean Angel, though, all these other guys, they're trying to save their stuff as well. So also we got to note tire wear in this race. Can your tires last long? Who will pit? Who will stay out? It is expected to be a two-stopper in this race, so things could get very spicy when it comes to pit strategy. Will the undercut or overcut work the best? Which one will benefit you the most? But right now, Jeffrey White, though, he is holding his ground. Here he comes down pit road. Sean Angel gonna follow right in line, and here we go. We've got ourselves our first wave of green flag pit stops, and really, well, road courses in general stay green, but all these guys coming down. Dodd, Fiegel, they're gonna bring their cars down pit road, but we see more drivers staying out to get themselves a bonus point. So Noah Hart, in this case, will get a lap led. Good for him. Cody Lamas, though, sitting in second, but Joseph Strigley looking to try and make it a Fisher 1-2 right now. What would be a very perfect opportunity before they hit pit road. And so, Joseph Strickland, late dive there, almost took out Cody Lamas, but Lamas gave plenty of space and really just went to the outside groove just to make sure his car doesn't get out of control. But Noah Hart, though, in command. Eric DeMax, though, just sitting in the 4th position, while Blaze McKinney, the other, is just also awaiting company here. But you see Jake West on the inside of Patrick Smith. Dylan Schwallenberg's car starting to come to life in this run. He has been able to pass cars left and right. Comes to showcase the champion. Really, that championship experience, both from West and Schwallenberg alike. And Dylan Schwallenberg, all these other guys, Patrick Smith still just kind of laying in the mid-pack. Just the exceptional run that S3 Motorsports really needs in general. And Corey Williams, though, wanting to shake it up, going to the outside line. Cole Baker, will he follow in tow? As Patrick Smith starting to lose some ground in this run. Here's Cole Baker. Will he kind of flip-flop? No, he will not. Brandon Craster, though, still struggling with his race car just outside the top 20. But we're starting to see drivers, they're starting to get aggressive. They know they've got to push if they want to make the overcut work on those leaders of Jeffrey White and that 41. If they can really push to the best, they might be able to come out on top. So now the real question is, will these guys come down pit road this time? Yes, they will. So Noah Hart comes in. Here comes a lot of cars falling right behind. Nick Breeding's going to be the lucky soldier to stay out. Jesse Turner, will he come down? Yes, he will. Ziemba. Will we have anybody else stay out on the racetrack? Hannah Allen will, actually. So Hannah Allen gonna try and stay out an extra lap. Maybe they're hoping for a net gain in general, but looks like a majority of the field will come down pit road with the exception of Nick Breeding and Hannah Allen. So 2 Rodriguez Racing Toyotas gonna try and get creative here, gonna experiment with their strategy to see if they can gather up some track positions. All these cars down pit road. Let's see what service they got. All of them going for 4 tires and gas, obviously, so they do need to pit one more time. There's Jeffrey White on your screen. There's Noah Hart. Sprigley. Cody Lamas does not come out of his stall. Really slow stop for this one team. Something probably amiss with the pit strategy or the pit crew themselves. And actually, that's going to really catapult Hart, Sprigley, DeMax, and really, Jeffrey White almost caused a collision there with the CM cars of Shear and Roush, but really these 3 cars just jumped Jeffrey White. White's gonna drop down to 4th on the grid for the time being. Blaze McKinney, though, he's starting to feel the pressure from Kev Shear and Scott Roush. William Brock, though, also not too far behind, so he could really get a little bit of a jab. Roush is gonna go wide here, and that's gonna allow Brock to gather up some momentum to try and set him up for a pass, but to no avail, though. Here comes Roush again back towards the inside line, and he's going to try and go to the upper groove here. Just going to follow in line, see if he can find some grip on that upper patch. Looks like he'll be able to, but Joseph Strigley, though, now behind Noah Hart. What a beautiful call there from the Fisher Motorsports camp, and Eric DeMax, though, just sitting in 3rd. And net 3rd here, but we still need to keep an eye out on Nick Breeding and Hannah Allen. What will they do? Here goes Breeding down pit road. Hannah Allen just a long ways away, so no pressure on this 20 team. What they gotta do is hope that Breeding had a very fast lap. So Ellison's down pit road, Marchese and Caesar as well. So we're gonna have to take a look at that. So their cars are absolutely demolished, but Breeding's car certainly intact. Here they go, 4 tires and fuel, and let's see, on the left side of your screen it might change based on where the camera will pan out. So there you see Breeding going for his 4. Not likely he'll be the net leader at the end of this, but he might gain a lot of track position. Here he goes off of pit road. Let's see where the leaders are. Down the front stretch. Ooh, Breeding actually might have a really good stop here. The Rodriguez camp really did a good job here. They slayed it here. So Breeding might come off as the race leader. So I think drivers and teams, they're learning that the overcut is the way to go. So Nick Breeding's going to come out up front, but he's got to get those tires warmed up. Jeffrey White has caught teammate Eric DeMax, though, in the process. So Eric DeMax, though, is going to be under attack from his teammate. And Jeffrey White knows he's got to dispose of the 4 quickly, but Eric DeMax's tires are up to temperature, and DeMax going to fend hard against his teammate here down towards the outside line. DeMax going the long ways around, but the lane will get shorter coming up towards the left-hander. Side by side goes the 2 KR cars, but Nick Breeding, though, under attack from Noah Hart. Hart almost getting turned by his teammate. And that was really close. A close shave from the two Fisher cars. But now it's 3 Toyotas all clumped up in the top 3. And Noah Hart, he's got to get around Nick Breeden. Breeden going to fight back. His tire's still a little bit cold, but now Noah Hart in command of the race. Strigley in second, but look at Jeffrey White though, pushing, shoving that 22 to the outside line. Gonna try and help Strigley out. And Joseph Strigley still looking for that first win. He's got to move down towards the inside of Noah Hart. He's got to run. Strigley side by side with his fellow teammate. But Noah Hart's gonna really fight him off. Jeffrey White, though, gonna be very opportunistic. Gonna use this as an opportunity to gather P2. To the inside, he's gonna go Jeffrey White up to second. Strigley down to third. Breeding's gonna lose out, but even so, he is still with the main pack. So I don't think it's really a loss for Breeding. Breeding's gonna hold up to Max here. Not really what Eric DeMax wanted to see, and now Jeffrey White has got his eyes on Noah Hart. Gonna side draft the Dairy Queen Toyota. And gonna lead the lap this time around. So Jeffrey White trying to showcase what he's got. And now he's got himself the race lead once again. But Noah Hart, will he respond right back on him? That's the real question. He's got the slipstream here down the stretch. But looks like Jeffrey White, though, he's trying to pull a little bit of a gap here. He knows his car is very good. And Noah Hart and Strigley, all of these guys, they know they're getting their car set up for this long run here and setting up for the second round of pit stops. That will also be the big factor, the money stop. That will decide it all, but Jeffrey White recycles as the race leader after passing cars left and right. So here's what happened with James Ellison, Anthony Marchese, and Julio Cesar. And James Ellison was actually really marching his way forwards towards the pack. Didn't really give him much credit where it's due or really put as much time, but you see they're all racing so hard. Tires are cold, Caesars are warm, but you see Julio goes to the inside. Ellison slips up the hill, and by then it's just too tight. Ellison trying to make the corner. They're all trying to make the corner simultaneously, but just not enough cars. And just a big lick into the tires. Oh, what a whop for all 3 of them. Big slap into the tire barriers goes all 3 cars, and luckily they're all able to climb out. Marchese, remember, running the Sony Cup race for tomorrow, so they're going to have to do some protocol on him, but he'll be alright. James Ellison, big licks for all these guys, but man, tough breaks for them. They all look to have some solid runs in the books. Here's another angle at it. You see Ellison slipping up the hill. Remember, his tires are cold. Julio Cesar going through the middle, and Marchese also committing to the bottom line. And again, they all just run out of space. And by then, they're just along for the ride. You see the cars lift off the ground and a big lick into the tire barriers. You see debris flying across the track. And just like that, they're all out of the race. And again, tough breaks for them. Just big licks all around. Scott Roush's car shortly after the pit stop reported a loose wheel on his number 3, and they had to bring it down pit road. And Roush looked to have a very strong race car, but now he is likely out of contention for this race win. Big heartbreak for this 3 team. These trio of cars have been stuck together for really an eternity in this race, and Brandon, Krasta, and Corey have cracked the top 20 with Dylan Schwalmberg, and Schwalmberg's had a very good race so far, as noted, but Corey gonna go to the outside. He's got a huge run on that straight line here to see what he can do against Krasta's 8. But he's stuck behind Dylan Schwalmberg, boxed in behind. As now here goes Krasta, dive down towards the inside. Corey rubs fenders, and he's gonna spin it way wide on the track. And there you see Corey's gonna go way off the track as a result. Oh, there's more smoke, looks like. Oh, was that Ben Crouch and Ziemba? Yeah, they ran into each other, so both 3 drivers went off in the same corner, and now they're against the wall here, so not a very good spot to be on the track. And Corey spinning the car. He's lost traction right into Ryan Dagby, and that clipped Cody Lamas in the process. Patrick Smith really, I don't know what happened to him. He ran in the back of his own teammate. So disaster for S3 Motorsports. All 3 of their cars now with damage. Corey Williams' car is demolished. Not sure what was going on there when he came back on, when he spun out like that. But man, what a turn of events there. Corey looked to have a solid top 20. Now it's down the toilet. So Corey Williams, he looked like he might have tried to merge or try to apex the corner, but Krasta's car was just literally there. So I mean, Krasta couldn't do anything, and Corey made a mistake, went off the track as a result. Let's see what happened to Crouch and Ziemba. I think Crouch ran to the back of Ziemba. They were trying to maybe react to the spinning 14, and you see Crouch on the brakes, and Ziemba checks up a little bit there, and that costs both the 94 and 10 to go off the road and spin out. And look at the air the Melon car was able to get. That's some really good kick time for skateboarder trick there, more or less. But Corey, though, in the grass, you see, in the gravel, really, excuse me for that, but let's see what happens. You see, he's trying to get the car, the traction hits the wall. Crouch did it earlier, and oh, he just loses it. So, not sure what happened there. It was a very silly move there, really silly mistake from Corey trying to get out of the way, but instead he ends up in traffic and not going to be looked down upon well from the officials, and Patrick Smith just runs in the back, and looks like the 2019 had a really slow stop in general, so really a nightmare race for S3 Motorsports. William Brock trying to close in on Blaze McKinney for the 8th position, and look at how strong this Synovus car is. Oh, wide corner, and that really is actually going to cost him a lot of ground there. I think Brock panicked a little bit, and you see right behind him, they're still stacking up. Hannah Allen trying to go 3 wide there. Jesse Turner, though, trying to close the door on the 17. Jesse Turner having a very excellent race for what he's at. He's almost into the top 10, so kudos to the Valvoline team. Really, the Hydra team, they've done a good job with this 7 car. Hannah Allen, though, looking to put pressure down. Chris Dodd has been vibing in the top 15, sitting in 13th. Teammate Tim Fiegel not too far behind. Diego Yepes has struggled with his car, but still running inside the top 20. Cole Baker needing a well-deserved top 20 run here. And Schwallenberg, Cresta, all these other guys. RJ Bishop has been climbing his way through the field slowly but surely. Started 31st and is now up to 19th. Talk about some big moves all around for that 71 team. But Corey coming down pit road, obviously with damage. White brings his car in for the second wave of pit stops here. Should be the final one. So, as typical, the guys that stayed out on the track will come in. Turner! Oh no, he hits the pit wall. Big lick for the 7 car, and that's going to hold up Dodd and Fiegel in the process. So, really set of unfortunate circumstances. Schwalmer's going to lose out on some time as well. So this is costly for these 3 drivers. Turner got turned into the wall. I don't know if it was a miscommunication or not, or something happened. He got hit from behind by Hannah Allen, and big lick for the 17. They're out of it. I just jinxed them, literally, to say the least. Turner was looking so good in this race, but now he's out of it. So tough breaks for the Hydra team. Speaking of Hydra, Jack Howard's been trying to move forward in this pack. He's been nowhere in this race, but what a shame for Jesse Turner. But looking, though, where the cycle is coming out right for the time being, once these guys come down pit road, Joseph Strigley, though, took the spot away from Noah Hart. Eric DeMax, though, still kind of vibing behind the 2 Fisher cars, though, but Joseph Strigley, though, making his move around Noah Hart. So very, very important move here to see what Strigley can have in clean air against this 12 car. So Strigley making the pass on Hart. Might have been probably through the S's, I would say. Looked like it was. So good move there from the striker car. Joseph Strigley, he's been hungry for a win this season. Could this race be the one here, or will Noah Hart or someone else spoil the party here? Jeffrey White had a pretty solid gap, but let's see again. We saw the overcut work the first time. Will it work the second time? I would say yes, actually. I think my answer would be yes, I would think, just based on observation. But again, anything can happen. Strigley staying out an extra lap. Hart and the Max will come in this time around, so interesting. This 22 car will stay an extra lap, so I think they have full belief that the overcut will be more beneficial than that of the undercut strategy. So Strigley gonna run and also gonna take less gas in the process and younger tires, so also gonna keep that in note. Nick Breeding again gonna stay out another lap. Hannah Allen, will we have more people come off of pit road, or come down pit road, excuse me, and others stay out on the racetrack? So I think that'll be the big question. Let's see pit stops here, very far camera, but you get to see the full-on front stretch. As a result, we get to see what these drivers can do. DeMax, good stop there from the Ford team. Oh, he's got a good run on Noah Hart, but there's Jeffrey White in the distance. Roush, so I think he's off sequence. Remember, due to the issues down pit road, but hopefully those things are mended. But they had jumped Jeffrey White again, so the 41 car either had a really bad hot lap or they just had a bad pit stop. But now, Eric DeMax, though, he knows he's got to get past this 12 car because he could be the race leader at the end of this one. So Here goes DeMax inside of the 12. The Nibco car looking very strong here tonight. And DeMax looking like one of the strong... Oh, went wide there, so actually going to allow Noah Hart to run off for a little bit here. But Bobo Jones, though, jumps the number 41, Jeffrey White, and White getting a shove from Scott Roush. Roush getting very aggressive here. And here they go towards the... They're going to be too wide here. Roush going to go through the middle. Oh my goodness, what a move from Roush, man. He's been able to get through the needle just like that. We saw him do that at Wisconsin, but again, I think he's off sequence, but could be very much wrong here. So anything could happen for this 3-team. We have to see the end result of where he will end up, because it is unknown on how far he will make it, but I think he's still got a pit. So regardless, that's still a tough break, but that was still a very ballsy move from the 3-team here. Strigley, though, bringing his car down pit road. Breeding and Allen, though, they're replicating the strategy. I think they know they're committed to it. They knew they got a big gain out of that, so why not do it again? So here they come. Joseph Strigley in. Where is Noah Hart? Where is Eric DeMax in this process? That, too, will be the big mystery. Watch those little mips on the right side of your screen. Joseph Strigley, though, they're minding their own business. They just got to execute the strategy well enough, have a solid stop. And there is Noah Hart off the final corner. There's Roush bringing his car down pit road. Bobo Jones, though, kind of lingering around right there. But Joseph Strigley, what a stop for this 22 team. Noah Hart and Eric DeMax, though, I think just the overcut's just so powerful because these drivers just push it so well on the end of their tire runs. So I think that might be the case. And now Noah Hart, Eric DeMax, all these guys, they've got to catch Joseph Strigley. But now Eric DeMax gonna dive it down towards the inside of the 12 once again. Attempt number 2 underneath Noah Hart. Hart, though, gonna give him some room this time around. Oh, but to no avail. DeMax another wide corner. Gonna cost him some time, but oh man, almost lunged it underneath, sailed it in underneath the Dairy Queen car. But Joseph Strigley, what a gap over him, over his teammate. Still a Fisher 1-2. So I think, you see the 44 of Angel come down pit road. I think Turner himself was trying to come down, or either that or checked up. And Hannah Allen just could not check up in time, and a big lick into the tires goes the 7. And then Chris Stott and Tim Field, they had to be hard on the brakes not to hit him or just get minimal contact. But what a heartbreak for this 7 team. Again, they looked so good. Turner was clawing his way through the field gradually, and that was just a typical Jesse Turner type race. But now it's just going to end in shambles. Kev Shear has now put pressure down on Jeffrey White's 41. That car has not been the same after pit stops, just not maybe as good in dirty air. And Jeffrey White's starting to really feel the repercussions of a bad pit stop, and just those drivers just kind of overcutting him and out-strategizing that team in general. He's going to drop down to the 7th position. Kev Shear on the move, car coming in at the right time here. Closing in on Jones and Breeding, so could Kev Shear snatch a top 5 away? That's going to be the real question here, but the top 3, you see Hart and DeMax have begun to reel in Strigley slowly but surely here. With only 4 laps to go, things could get really, really spicy. How about Shade Eves? What a job for this team. They are inside the top 10. They started in 36, so the team didn't qualify well, but Shade Eves with brilliant strategy, once again in a very good position to gather up some good points. And for the 09 team, they are just underneath the cutoff in terms of the top 30, so if they can get that car locked in, even if it's just kind of some big bragging rights in general for this team, they are looking very spiffy, very, very good here. But Eric DeMax, though, he wants the challenge for the runner-up spot. He knows he can get past Noah Hart. It's a matter of if he can get past Noah Hart, because Hart has been able to defend well against this 4 car. And Noah Hart, though, not budging one bit, but look at the run. He's going to get down the straightaway here. Will he make a lunge at Joseph Strigley here? Will he try and go for a piece of the cake? Strigley wide corner there. Noah Hart is all over the back bumper of the 22. A little bit of a wide corner there, because now Noah Hart all over the back bumper. Down towards the inside of Joseph Strigley. Eric DeMax wanted to make it 3 wide, but decided better of it. And Joseph Strigley, though, hard on the defense. Gonna fend off Noah Hart. Hart almost made it work, but just went wide, and that's gonna allow again Eric DeMax to attack for the 2nd spot. Those 2 cars have been going at it, and even in the process of battling, they've still been able to catch Joseph Strigley. And Strigley, though, he is just hoping those guys continue to battle it out. Well, right behind him, though, Kev Shear just got around Bobo Jones. Fundamental in the championship hunt here, because now he's going to gather up some big ground on this number 9 car. He might lose out to Strigley, but hey, you never know. He could get some whopping fast lap times here, but they are 4 seconds plus back, so they've got to really clock in some flyers if they want to have a shot at this race win. But it seems to only be a 3-car race, 2 Toyotas versus a Chevy. Fisher Motorsports versus Curtis Racing. DeMax once again gonna go to the inside, gonna peek, but just couldn't do it. Noah Hart has been putting the pressure down on the youngster, and he's once again gonna go to the bottom of the racetrack. Hart's seeing what all these drivers can do in this lane, but can he replicate it? Strigley, though, still again gonna shove him wide. DeMax again gonna try go to the inside of Hart. And Noah Hart, though, he's gotta hope that Eric DeMax just buzzes off, because he knows he's got a car. DeMax knows he's got a car too that could beat Strigley, but Strigley's just been able to brilliantly park the car so well in this race. But Noah Hart, though, he is still side by side against Eric DeMax. DeMax, though, trying to really find a way around the 2 Toyotas, but Kev Shear has rocketed his way up to 4th, got past Nick Breeding's number 20, so Kev is going to get a top 5 at the end of this race. So what a job for this 0 team. Big win for them all around, but Joseph Strigley, though, what matters to him is that first win right now. Noah Hart, though, a little bit of a distance back, while Eric DeMax just waits in the shadows. I think really DeMax hopes that these two make a huge blunder, and if that happens, he will capitalize. But a wide corner there, really bad last sector for Noah Hart, and that's what Joseph Strigley needs, because now the white flag is in the air. One more lap to go. Joseph Strigley, though, now trying to run away. DeMax again to the inside of Noah Hart. Can he find the nose underneath? Yes, he will, but I don't think he's got the run off the corner to really try and track him down. Noah Hart, though, he is just having to play patient again. Joseph Strigley, he is just holding, or really hoping, that there is no mistakes from him himself as a driver. So many times he could have won a race this season, even last year he could have won, but now he's ended up short. But right now, Noah Hart continuing to put more and more pressure down. Here they come. Hart's got a really good run here. Will he have a shot? Will he make a lunge? Hart now looking to the bottom of the racetrack, but he just couldn't get the run off the corner. Eric DeMax, though, he's gonna try the outside, but Hart shuts the door. Hart now, I think he's gonna try and now hold him up. Strigley now pulling the gap away. That's just what he needs. Eric DeMax, though, he's gonna make one lunge at him late on the brakes. He's gonna go. Hart gonna play hard on the defense here, but that is all what Joseph Strigley needs. He just needs some perfect corners to really run off into the sunset here. And Joseph Strigley, he owns a team for a reason, and now he's put himself in a very good position to win here. Been so close so many times for Fisher Motorsports. He's had the speed this year, and what has been a breakout season for this Striker team. Through the final set of corners, Joseph Strigley, the Canadian, he's coming off the final corner, and Joseph Strigley is going to finally win a Hardee's National Series race. What a job done, Joseph Strigley. Remarkable drive, and has put himself some huge points gains on Kev Shear, though Kev finished in 4th, but even so, he's going to gather up some good points in the championship fight. Kev still keeping up the consistency, but a Fisher Motorsports 1-2, and Eric DeMax ends up just short, representing Curtis Racing, gets a 3rd. Kev Shear noted 4th. Nick Breeding, remarkable drive for him as well. The Toyotas really knocked it out of the ballpark here today. That sensational run for all the Rodriguez cars, I think, did good, with the exception of Marchese, who wrecked out, because Hannah Allen finished in 8th. Bobo Jones P6. Jeffrey White, who looked so good in the first half, but just that last pit stop really cost them a win, what could have been for them. They end up 7th. Shade Eves, wondrous drive in 9th. RJ Bishop, another driver that has climbed his way towards the field, finishing a wonderful 10th. A lot of high climbers. Shady is one of them. He started 36th, I believe. RJ 31st. Pit strategy abound. All these drivers did a fantastic job of putting themselves to the point. And what a race here. Joseph Strigley, finally a race winner. Kudos to him. Remember, he will be migrating up to the Sony Cup Series here in 2022 with Horizon Group, so correct me if I'm wrong there, but bright future ahead for this youngster. The Canadian's finally done it. There have been so many times where it seems that the race winning speed hasn't been there. They've had the consistency, and there were occasions where he could have won, but they just had some bad calls, bad luck, and bad misfortune, or really just misfortune in general to plague them. But now, good luck hit their favor for both the Fisher Motorsports cars. 1-2 for them. But we're gonna see the rest of the race results. Congratulations to Joseph Strigley on the race victory, and we'll be signing off here for the round of Hawaii.